Adam here, and it's another midlife crisis guys video. And that is Archie and George. Yes, you, Archie and George, I'm talking to you. Thank you so much, boys, for watching my videos. It's brilliant. Knowing you're out there watching these is really, really excellent, and I really do appreciate it. And brilliant. And let's get up to Cannock again soon while we still can in the summer sometime. We'll all go out for a ride together. Brilliant. Thanks for watching, Archie and George. Okay, and the next guy I want to say a big thank you to for subscribing and leaving some really good comments, and I'm going to read you the last comment he left for me. This is from the bearded mountain biker, and he says, nice vid. It's always good to see a little more than just cycling, especially seeing what others take out with them. This was after a video I did recently, just about a couple of bits that I take out on my new CX bike on my rides. He says, but I have a request though, please level out your rack. It pains me to see it slope back. It must just be the former mechanic in me, but anyway, keep up the good work. That is flipping brilliant. It really made me laugh because I know exactly what he's referring to, but there is a reason, bearded mountain biker, and let me show you what it is. Right, the bearded mountain biker, what he is alluding to is this rack at the back of my CX bike, which is clearly on an angle, and I could actually move this bracket forward slightly, which would bring it slightly straighter, but there is method behind my madness. Okay, there is a reason that I'm going to keep it like this way, and I'm really sorry, bearded mountain biker. It is frustrating to look at, and please don't let that put you off watching any more of my videos. But let me show you the reason why. I think I've mentioned it in the past, eventually going to get round to something called bike packing. I'm a keen fan of the odd wild camp, and hopefully you might have seen my video where recently, earlier on in the year, we went up to Scotland and had just the most amazing time. But I'm looking to combine my love of going out on my bike with wild camping. The reason I've got this gap here, because my nice rather large rucksack, sorry, we'll call that a sleeping bag fits in here beautifully. Look. If I was to bring this rack straighter, it'd be too much of a squeeze, so I'm going to keep it like that. So I really, I can't deny, since the arrival of my CX bike, cyclocross bike, my Norco Threshold, since I've picked that up, yeah, I do concede the mountain biking's taken a bit of a back burner. I've just been really chuffed with the opportunities that my CX bike has brought. With one, I don't have to put the bike on the back of the car like I do and then drive off to Cannock Chase to my local trails. I just get on my bike and I go, and I don't deny I have thoroughly enjoyed it. And consequently, I've got a few projects up that are coming up, and me and 5 others, so there's 6 guys, and we're all getting together. We're going to drive up to Whitehaven in the Lake District, and we are going to embark on the coast to coast ride, which I'm really excited about, really looking forward to it. But Tom's organised the route, and he's organised a couple of hostels, and we are going to set off from Whitehaven. There is like an official starting point, and I'm obviously, surprise going to have the video cameras at the ready to catch the moment that we dip the back wheel into the Irish Sea at Whitehaven, with the concept being that we then proceed to go out of Whitehaven up through the Lake District and via Penrith initially. In fact, no, Penrith is going to be our first night stop. We're going to stay in hostel in Penrith, and then the next day we'll start of the Pennines for our second night stop on the Saturday night, and then hopefully with the Sunday morning, the last section will be off the Pennines, down the other side into Sunderland and to the North Sea to complete the coast to coast ride. That's the plan, and I am really excited, really looking forward to it. Yeah, so prior to any bike packing adventures, I've got the coast to coast to do, but clearly coast to coast bike packing anything, I was aware that I was going to need some form of pannier setup on the back of my bike. So obviously you can go on YouTube and there's various pannier sets, and let's be honest, you can get them actually really relatively cheaply as well. But I thought, you know, I wish there was just some way I could do this a bit cheaper. Always looking to save a bit of money, to say the least, on a shoestring and all that. And I had a couple of these rucksacks. They're just ordinary, standard, very cheap Gola. Anyone remember Gola? I think I remember having Gola football boots as a kid. Can't believe Germany just scored, by the way. But anyway, sorry, side issue. Yeah, and I've got two of these rucksacks, and I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I could just use those on my bike? Tom very kindly has sourced a decent bike rack for me, which is quite nice and cheap. I think it was about a tenner off eBay. So I was just looking at a way that I could use these rucksacks and just secure them onto my panniers. So really it was just a case of using these onto the rack. My only concern being that a rucksack, clearly all these straps, I was considering cannibalising these, really, cutting off all the straps and what have you, but then I thought, well hang on, no, if I could just ensure that the straps are safely tucked away. I bought a couple of these camping clips, or there's a name for these clips and I can't remember what that is, but very, very cheap. They just clip on there, and my only concern was that the bottom of the rucksack would kind of like just be jumping about, and perhaps there's the danger of them getting caught up in the spokes. So I've literally just come up with this system of a couple of, again courtesy of Tom, thank you Tom, cheap bits of fiberglass which I've covered in black tape, secured. So now the rucksack sits on the side of the bike, no danger of interfering with the spokes, and Bob's your uncle, I've got a pannier set really, really cheaply. Fantastic ride. I'm pleased with the way my pannier system's working, so I think it passes the test and I shall use it. It's a stunning day today, absolutely stunning. The weather's incredible. The forecast is looking really good for the next couple of weeks here in the UK, which is excellent. So I've only got a few shifts to do. I've got 2 days and a night shift to complete, and then it's a trip up to Whitehaven and the coast to coast ride, which I'm really, really, really looking forward to. So just getting in the last few rides just to get the old legs used to powering up some hills, because boy oh boy am I going to do some leg climbing, well yeah, hill climbing next weekend. It's going to be a challenge, but I'm up for it. There's no way you're going to see this on the GoPro, but it's not very often that you can see, it's just right on the horizon there. There's no way with a GoPro, they're going to be far too small, but I can see the windmills from Brassington, and if you cast your mind back to if you've seen any more of my videos, and hopefully a few of you have, when I go up and do the Tissington ride up through Ashbourne and a big loop round on the Peak District, and I come back via Brassington and the Carsington Reservoir, and those windmills are part of the ride, and I've never seen them from down here before, so yeah, makes me realise how far I rode actually on that ride. But there you go, good stuff, all in training for Coast to Coast.